painting, shall we? All right, so this is my new little studio space. This is just basically a private back porch. I can show you. So I have a little bench, a little workspace, a light if it's in the evening, and this beautiful wall of trees that does make it pretty private. Then I have a storage closet that is just full of my canvases and tools and more canvases. Then I actually have all of my art supplies right there inside the door, full of paint, which I might do a paint organization video that shows how I organize my paint. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you'd be interested in looking at, how I keep my paint organized, especially in a small space. What I'm going to be working on over the next week, which I'm going to take you through, are these little mini seascapes. Since I have been out here in North Carolina, over the first half of this year, I have been going to the beach a lot with my kids, and it has been so relaxing, and it just always reminds me how small our problems really are when we look out at the ocean and just see how big God is. And so these 8 pieces here are all going to be seascapes based on Psalm 46:10, be still and know that I am God. That is one of my all-time favorite verses. And so I'm going to see how much I can get done during my kids' nap time. I'm going to tape the back, get some underpainting done, and let some creativity flow out here. I don't like when the paint drips down onto the back, so I'm going to start preventing that from happening. And I should have been doing this a long time ago, honestly. Voila. Okay, so now that I have tape stuck to my finger. Okay, so now that I have all of these taped off the back, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just is so that it doesn't drip all the way down. That just bothers me. A lot of people, it doesn't matter. People don't care because it's going up against a wall. But now I'm going to paint the edges because I would like them to be pink. And, oh, I need to go grab my high flow. I don't even have it. Okay. So I just got this new golden high flow fluorescent pink acrylic, and I'm super excited to use this, and I'm going to use this on the sides. I'm going to see how I like it. I've never used this color before, actually, ever, but I think it'll contrast really nicely between a lot of the sea foam greens and blues that I plan on using for these mini seascapes. These are all 6x8, and so I'm going to go ahead and get started and let you come along the process. This stuff is great to make the high flows go a long way. Right. Trying to decide if I will do this one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one. So let me know down in the comments, do you have clothes that you paint in, or do all your clothes just turn into painting clothes? Kind of like mine. Just curious. Now let's start off over here. Oh, wow, look at that color. Wow. So I got in a bad habit of painting the whole painting and then leaving the sides almost until I sold a piece to paint the sides. I don't know why. I just don't like painting the sides. But I'm gonna do this in high flows, and because high flows go such a long way, and if I really like it, I might put like a second coat or a thicker coat on. But until I know that I really, really like it, I'm going to just leave it like this. And I think I might just do the whole thing. I might just do all of it. Look at how pink that is. Oh my God. That is so pink. Yeah, I think I might do the bigger paintbrush actually. Yeah, I think I might do the bigger one. Oop. Oh yeah, this is definitely the color I was going for. I almost wish I had a little bit of fluorescent orange to throw in here. I might put that on the sides later, but okay, here's the last one. Pink is not usually one of my favorite colors, but I am actually super excited to be using this really, really crazy color pink right now. I'll still try to be neat even though the tape is coming off. I don't know why that's doing that. I'm trying to decide if I'm going to get my air compressor out to play around with the background a little bit, or just go straight into painting and like palette knife work, because these are really small and I don't know if the air compressor is really gonna I don't know if it's worth taking out for just such a small series. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just need this last little bit. Oops. Print. I went almost the whole ones without getting any fingerprints. So, okay. Last one. That color pink is just awesome. All right, we have all 8 mini pink paintings complete. So now I'm gonna let those dry and I'm going to decide if I want to use the air compressor or just go straight into painting and palette knife work. They're all gonna be Seascapes based off of Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. Going to the ocean recently, a lot this first half of the year has really just made me appreciate God and nature and where I am in the moment now. So I want to carry that into these mini paintings. So here, now that these sides are dry, I'm repositioning the tape so that it is covering up the sides so that once I get to painting the front, if anything does drip down, hopefully it'll prevent it from happening too much. That way it'll preserve the sides and won't take much to clean up the sides once I'm finished painting. So these are all the colors that I have picked out for the color story. It is way too many, but these are some. I found a hot orange to throw some pop of color in, a lot of neutrals because I'm not exactly sure where I'm gonna want neutrals or which ones I'm gonna go for. Some iridescent colors because I gotta put some iridescent colors in pretty much everything. And these are my blues and greens. I don't think there's going to be a terrible amount of green, but there's going to be some pale greens in there for sure. I don't know, or I guess maybe not the teals, but maybe some just greens and blues. This is my white, black, and high flow, and then some iridescent silver colors. So I got some warms, I got some cools, and we're just going to see how far we get today. I think I'm just going to use a couple of these. these are the underpaintings of the Seascapes. This is just done with high flows and acrylic inks. Fun, messy underpainting that's still showing some of that hot pink through. And some of them are lighter, some of them are darker. Sorry for the glare. I had to do this inside because it was raining, but I'm pretty happy with how these color stories came out. And I'm excited to get started with some finer details with some palette knife. Okay, so I just transferred all of the Seascapes out here onto my back porch so that hopefully they can dry. It's still very humid out here, so I don't know that it's the most ideal place for these to dry, but I would rather risk it taking a little bit longer to dry than having my toddler smash her hand on top of them since nap time is almost over. So I'm going to show you where I am at in the process and let me know which one in the comments is your favorite so far. I would say this one's number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, and number 8. So as you can see, the lighting is a little bit better out here. I wanted to show as true to the colors as I could. So I'm glad I got that much done, and also I'm glad that I didn't go with doing the air compressor. I think that would have just been too much noise and too fiddly to do while my kids were sleeping. And since a lot of this is going to be covered up with palette knife, I'm not sure what percentage yet. Probably I'd say 40 to 50 to 60% depending on each individual piece and what I think it needs. But since a lot of it is going to be covered up and I don't have a whole lot of background to work with, I think doing the very, very flowy background, I think I'm just going to be able to achieve it with the brush strokes that I have and also using just a water mister bottle. So I'm happy with how far these are. Yeah, again, let me know in the comments which one's your favorite. So I'm a little bit sad. There was a flash thunderstorm while I went to the grocery store while these were drying in the evening, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little downhearted. They are dry now, and it'll be interesting how I can come back from this, but that's another reason that this is a good name for these paintings, to be still, know that he is God, and this is a small setback, and I'll just have to get to it and see how they turn out.